everybody, Tire Metalhead Weatherman here. Hopefully everyone's having a good weekend. It's about time to check the tropics once again, so make sure you're smashing that like button, hit that subscribe button, especially if you appreciate these updates, because it's been pretty quiet and we're still seeing a pretty dominant trend of that so far. With the way things have been lately, the ocean temperature is beginning to cool off finally. It looks like we'll get to see a little bit of a lull in the action here. Keep in mind that hurricane season doesn't end until the end of this month. So we still have another 25 days to go. Anything can happen, although the likelihood of it is definitely dropped off. November historically isn't a super active month. Usually we see almost next to nothing. Every once in a blue moon a storm will pop up, but right now in both the Atlantic and the Pacific outside of Pilar, which is actually moving away from land here, nothing to really be concerned with. So good news for everybody right now. If we were to look at the Central Pacific, of course, nothing to really talk about there. But we do need to keep in mind that there are a couple of warm pockets right here in particular, right around the Caribbean, that could continue to pose a potential threat if anything were to spin up around here. Chances of that are decreasing as I've said before, but we still need to watch. And then over towards the main development region, there's a couple of hot pockets, so to speak. No, not the food, but there are a couple of little areas where the water's still pretty warm. And then of course close to Mexico, we're still dealing with some pretty warm waters there. And then we'll have to also watch this little region here. But for the most part, I think as far as the wind pattern is concerned, I think that's going to be one of our saving graces here. Very strong wind shear existing right now, and with the directional shear being the way it is, I don't really see too many opportunities for anything to develop and really get itself going here. Could be wrong, because I remember I was thinking that about Otis, and somehow we ended up with a Cat 5 hit in Acapulco. So of course, like I said, don't let your guard down. We're starting to get towards the end. We're almost there. We just got a little bit longer to go, and then we'll have to see what happens from there. But for the most part, looks pretty good right now. Here's Pilar again. We're looking at ensemble member pressure centers here. The red areas are the areas with the red numbers are the ones to watch out for. Those are low pressure areas. The blue areas are high pressure. Usually that's going to be associated with fair weather. And for what I can see right now, there's no real tight gradient of anything forming right now in the meantime here. This is looking almost, well, actually over 7 days out right now, and there's not really much to talk about. Towards the Atlantic, which we're going to get into in a little bit here, there have been a couple of runs that have been kind of showing something towards Cuba, trying to develop, but a lot of these runs have been pretty far out here at this point. So like I said, not much to really go off of here. So from what I'm seeing here with the Atlantic here, main development region is pretty much cut off here. Really strong wind shear, so that's why we aren't seeing too much in the way of activity over there right now. And it doesn't really look like that's going to be stopping anytime soon. There is a point here that I'm kind of interested in, where I see the wind shear start to strengthen, and then just as that begins to happen, as we start to get towards that 180-hour mark, it starts to let up. And there could be a window for maybe a storm to develop. But like I said, we're looking pretty far out into this point. We're at no man's land, over 300 hours out, so can't really take that with too much validity. Can't take it with a grain of salt of anything else. But as far as the ensemble members are concerned, in the short term, not much of anything going on here towards any region right now. Main development's pretty quiet. We have a blocking high that's right over here. This is the Bermuda high, actually, that's coming into play here. And then also we have this little secondary high that's just off to the north of Western Africa too. It's going to help inhibit development as well. And then as we continue to go forward here, this is what we were starting to see on that model run looking from the Pacific. There's a couple areas of interest right here, because you see these brighter colors. That usually shows a slightly higher probability of something going on here. But as we look here, I mean, really nothing seems to come of that. You can see these little areas of energy trying to develop, but I think this is going to be due in large part to the strong wind shear over the region. It's not really going to have too much chance to develop. Waters are warm, and sometimes that can help overcome the strong wind shear, but wind shear as strong as what we were seeing, I mean, literally towards the end of this run, we still see pretty strong wind shear, and it's directional shear as well. You can see by these little arrows here. Doesn't really bode well for tropical development. It'd be different if we were looking at a tornadic situation. Maybe this would be a little bit more ideal. But yeah, with the tropics, this isn't anything to really be concerned with here. If anything, this is going to help keep things peaceful for the time being, especially since we have that southeast ridge coming into play as well. But that being said, quick tropical update for you. Nothing to really be concerned with here for right now. Anything changes, of course, we'll make a video on it. We'll be here as always. But that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. You know what to do if you did. Appreciate you if you watched to the end. I'll see you guys tomorrow. This has been Metalhead Weatherman. Take care.